Hello, my girls. Happy freaking Wednesday. Hopefully we are feeling good and happy fucking hump day. Cheers. Can't believe it's Wednesday again. 1st of October, spooky season, and like 12 weeks to Christmas. What the fuck? Anyway, let's get on. Movement mindset now. I'm pure laughing at this because I fucking love doing this shit like this. I love making presentations. See, like these wee, what are they? The wee people? Anagrams? I don't think that's the right word. I fucking love. I love it. I love this wee brain thing here. And this girl, man, she looks powerful. So, this week, obviously, I hope that you have all been keeping up to date with the presentations that I've been putting out. These things are important to listen to. Sometimes it's like different, it's words that just click and you're like, oh, like it doesn't need to be so hard. Why am I making this so hard? Why am I chasing perfectionism when it's actually not about that? So please be making sure that it's part of the service, so fucking just listen, okay? So it's about making fitness fit into your life and actually not hinder it, because a lot of people can think, oh my fucking god, the gym, it's a chore, I can't fit it in, I fucking hate it. When it's just about the way we view it. Your mindset is everything, honestly. If you do not want to do the work here, it means shit, right? And I, for one, can vouch for that because, as I say, I always like to be real and honest about things, but I wasn't necessarily feeling good on myself, and it all came from the mind. So it is generally how we speak to ourselves, how we view things, our outlook. Like, we need to be doing that kind of work. It's just as important as stepping foot in the gym. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about. So a lot of people's problem is that people believe you need to spend like 2 hours in the gym. I hate when people say like, oh my god, just done 2 hour leg session. I'm like, sorry hun, but you clearly don't have fucking a child, or you don't have fucking work to do, a house to clean. So, and then it can make you feel like, oh my god, am I training hard enough? Should I be doing that? Like, I understand how people get so fucking paranoid about social media because you do see these kind of things. I was actually talking to a client this morning. I don't know, I'm really not vibing with Courtney Black, right? I don't follow her or anything, but I just don't vibe with her. And I hate when she's going on about a lot of gut health and inflammation, blah, 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 right? And how, you shouldn't drink coffee on an empty stomach, it causes inflammation, blah, 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 right? But if you want to drink coffee on an empty stomach and you're not getting any side effects from that, then just, like, these things are okay. Just because she's done it and seen results, but she's also changed absolutely everything in her life, doesn't mean that that's going to be the same for someone else. So it goes like, I understand how we can get so obsessed with what Instagram says, what TikTok says, but you don't need to spend 60 to 2 hours in the gym to get a good workout. Honestly, you have to think about what is manageable for you. And it's something I actually have been saying to Franny, like, he can't really fit like as long as a session is what I can fit in on his day to day, but I'm like, well, if you can fit in 30 minutes and you're having to superset things, or you're having to just make wee tweaks here and there, that's absolutely fine. As long as you're going into those sessions just giving it your all, that's all we can ask. Obviously, I'm not coaching him, by the way, I'm just giving him as an example. A lot of people say that they have busy schedules, and the gym is actually always the first thing that people drop. And I understand, like, gym, coaching, all of that is absolute luxuries, but it is always the first thing. For example, someone might cancel coaching, but then on Instagram you see them vaping and out drinking and all that, and it's like, okay, where are the health benefits here? So it's always like the first thing that people do drop. Or a lot of people say, I'll start when my life is quieter and I have more time. Do you know what? Life is always going to be fucking busy. Life is always going to come with stress. You're never going to have enough time. So the reality is that work, kids, responsibilities, they're always going to be there. Your kids, you can't be like, oh, I'll do it when my kids are 15. Sorry, but that's 15 years. It's a long time. You know, it means that free time is going to be limited, but you need to work with your schedule. What can you manage? And don't beat yourself up if Sally down the road can manage 5 gym sessions. And for example, I know that people will look at me and be like, oh my god, like Nicola goes to the gym most days. Yes, but that is actually my job. So if I don't go to the gym, probably wouldn't be a good role model, right? And people might get caught up on that, but it's about what you can do, because your job's not a coach. So what can you do realistically? Learning to adjust schedules where you can. So sometimes you might have to move things about. If you've got a busy schedule, as I always say to clients, control what you can control. And sometimes that might mean missing a session, and it's okay. Remember, we control everything else around about your day. And then also remember, reflecting on, I'll start when life is quieter. There's never a perfect time for anything. And that's what people need to remember. And if you're someone that is always starting over and over, every time just gets harder, and every time you get more shit, like you feel more shit because you're saying the same things. You're like, fucking hell, why can't I get a grip? Why can't I change? But it's because you're doing that stop-start, okay? The mindset shift, as I always say, it's about in here. So movement actually isn't just workouts, it's actually everything that's involved within your day. So all movement counts, whether that's lifting weights, whether that's running, walking, Pilates, playing tennis. It's all a form of movement, and you don't need to follow the crowd just to get results. So just because I go to the gym doesn't mean that that's what my clients do. I have clients that can only do walking, can only do their steps. I have clients that, you know, are running 40 kilometers per week. I have clients that bodybuild. Like, everyone's different. The thing that's called micro movements, that's like your day, going throughout your day, you know, moving around the house, walking on the phone, like doing these things, going out to the bin in the morning just to make a wee bit more effort. And this is actually something I'd done when Franny was working away, right? Was in the morning, I always have to take the bins out every day. We actually it's called a bin chute, so you literally just put a bin down a chute, and that's it, a bin bag. So every morning I would do that. I mean, it's probably like 50 steps, but these are micro movements, and you like they do actually make the difference. Structured training, so that is a type of movement. So that's going to be like your training session, maybe your running sessions, or maybe going to a sports club, that kind of vibe. Daily activity is going to be things that are more lower intensity, so walking 20 minutes in the morning or lunchtime, or finishing off your day with a walk. Fitness doesn't need to be that all or nothing vibe, it's an always something. Because when you actually start to do the things you enjoy, you're going to put in more effort, and you're going to get more effort in return, you're going to get more results in return. If someone said to me, for example, I went to a CrossFit thing last year, almost cried, well, very, very close to tears, very, very close to leaving. However, I didn't. But if someone said to me, Nicola, I want you to train like that, no, I wouldn't enjoy it, therefore I probably wouldn't get a lot of results out the back of it. So that's always something to remember as well. Now, overcoming barriers when it comes to movement is, how many times, like, ask yourself this, how many times have you not wanted to go to gym, but you push yourself to go, and instantly you feel better, you actually have more energy, and then you're more productive in your day, your mood's increased. So this is a reminder that moving actually does create more energy, makes you be more productive, and it makes you be happier. So those of you that don't want to do things like movement, doesn't need to be going to the gym, it could be after a long day at work, can be arse moving. Go and move, because you're gonna create some energy here. If you've someone who has kids, that's terrible grammar, involve them in the activity. So for example, at the weekend I took Leo out on his scooter so that I could get steps in, and what I do is, if he gets tired, he puts 2 feet on the scooter and I just push him, because fuck listening to him moan or carrying him. The no time barrier, so look at your day, where can you fit things in, right? So for example, I write in my notes saying like for example Wednesday, first thing 5 a.m. stomp, right? A quick stomp. I don't go out late ages, 20 minutes sometimes, like this morning I went out 30 minutes, right? Every day is different. I'm not asking you to go out hours and hours. Do what you can, okay? If you're someone that likes a nighttime scroll on TikTok, then habit stack. Remember our habit stacking. Walk at the same time as scrolling and that. I do that in the morning as I actually catch up on everything from the night before in terms of messages and all that, and stomp at the same time. A lot of people's problem is their mindset, how they view things, and it's a lack of just simply organising our day-to-day life. Honestly, we create these things to be so hard, but it just takes a little more time to plan things, right? Plan it the night before, fit in small movements. You're going to feel better about these small habits adding up. So for my task for you, and this is going to help me see who's actually been paying attention, is I want you to pick something you're going to commit to over the next 7 days. Now it could be hit your daily step goal of 10,000 steps. It could be I'm going to take the stairs at work instead of the lift. It could be to go and do your gym sessions. So sorry. Or go out a morning walk every day. That kind of vibe. I want you to share in the group what you're going to be focusing on. I want you to share that it's going to be a non-negotiable. And I want to see every day that has been met, okay? Remember, small habits that you stack up are the ones that make the difference. It's a consistency of all these many things. And it's not about being freaking perfect. Hopefully that helps, guys. And happy freaking Wednesday.